23. It's Gavin Austin in the 88. They're going to jam up. Oh, the 49! Down they go. Hard into the wall goes Gavin Austin. Hard into the wall.
Schmidt into the fence.
Oh,
Look at all these
my
drivers
Lord.
pile in, and they all wreck across the line, but you know who didn't? That's a 23.
39.06. Who's it going to be?
To the line.
95 of Parker
Here they
White.
come.
Parker White in the 95 is going to get the 9 as Basin finds the outside wall. Looks like he's going to be able corner. And a checkered flag for this number 12. He's going to win it here tonight. Connor sails it in.
Almost steps into Rudy.
Rudy's inside. Malachi, oh, they touch. Around goes the 37. Miller gets turned as well. Dude, I gets involved.
I can't wait.
Welcome, iSCAR Grand National Series here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. About to bring you 45 laps of racing here momentarily. Glad everybody can tune this in as we get set to go green here momentarily. A lot of action. Track here in a moment as you know, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, iSCAR Grand National Series, the opening round of the playoffs brings us here tonight. People who are marked in hashtags are not here, so we'll go ahead and mark those down as we run through the list of people who are in the playoffs. Contra Fari present, Hunter Johnson present, Corey Rector present, Connor Brannon not here. He was one of the championship favorites. Benjamin A. White not here. Eduardo Muniz is here. Kilo Hankins is not. Peter Kenny is not here as well. So got 4 of the 10 playoff drivers who are absent here tonight, unfortunately. So hopefully they can maybe make something happen and, you know, by the end of it. But we'll see Eduardo Muniz Jr. here on the racetrack. Did miss last race at Talladega, so qualifying up and away. Roll through on where everybody's kind of floating down the field right now. But I was gonna hit a 0.1 qualifying effort by him, way faster than his it's a practice time, so started working himself around. Ryan Kane here present at number 42 was looking to run the truck race. Unfortunately, he couldn't. Missed out on a fun opportunity to have some fun on the racetrack. Mr. Came here tonight. Pulled himself around 6th spot. Rexford worked himself around. Bjorn Vanderlei did not practice. To be in 7th at the moment. Hunter Johnson currently sits on top of the board right now. Bianchini, Ezekiel Watts did not qualify, so they're gonna most likely be starting toward the back. Their unofficial results, and we'll pull up the order here right in front of your screen and see where these drivers qualified. We're going to be starting here for tonight. Congratulations to our pole sitter of number 32. Hunter Johnson could be starting on the pole, an extra bonus point locked to his name. Contrafari right alongside of him in 2nd spot. Connor, one of the fastest guys at Phoenix just last year. I mean, just last race, excuse me, not last year. Did not pick up the win, unfortunately, so he's looking to go and maybe make something happen. Watermooners Jr., James Coffin running out row number 2. Row number 3, Harrison Chandler, good starting spot for him. Ryan Kane right alongside him. Corey Rexford, Garen Vanderlei round out row number 4. And the final row we're going to read out, it's going to be Michael Bianchini and Ezekiel Watts. Not a lot of laps, just only 45. So, easy race to go ahead and run here tonight. Fuel kind of 40 to 45, so this is going to be kind of interesting to see on where these people are going to fare themselves out. Simple race, nothing too crazy to talk about. Again, not many people here tonight, just only 10, but this is our points order. Safari, Johnson, Rexford, all those drivers have picked up wins. People who opted themselves out. Parker White decided to opt himself out. He did not. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the whole season, so, or the whole postseason. So, we play like 6, 7 playoff drivers here tonight, and guys, fair amount of non-chasers here tonight. I'd say like 25% of the field non-chasers. To get ourselves set up for this one. They're going to work themselves off turn number 4.
Green flag, green flag.
We'll go to the races for 10 drivers. Off to the go. Green flag up and away. Now, for Hunter Johnson, and that number 32. Going to maintain that top slot. Oh, and Ezekiel
All right, man. Caution
Watts.
is out. Caution is out.
Garen Vanderlei go right around. That did not take long. So first lap caution here tonight. Luckily, fast repairs are here. So this will bring the fuel number down. Vanderlei and Watts get into each other, so like Garen got loose at 64, got loose right up off the corner. I don't know if he was trying to cut down or whatever, but right into the 82. The view at it. drivers are in. Harrison Chandler, I don't think is gonna, take on the stop and go. Ezekiel Watts. That's not Ezekiel Watts. That's Garen Vandal. He put on tires. He shouldn't have done that. He's gonna only have one tire set for the rest of the race now. He wants still with that damage, but. I'm sure all these drivers are, not all of them, but I'm just gonna stay out. I want to go this time by. So quick caution, this will stretch the fuel run, so I'm pretty sure these guys will be able to make it all the way to the end now from this point forward. Shout out James Kaufman running in the 4th position. Here we go. Restart number 1 of the day. Had a fair amount of cautions at Phoenix. Enough to shuffle the field around and have a bit of strategy play out. That's how Jafari ended up losing it to Dale Adamson. But we'll see on here on how this will all turn out. iSCAR works itself
Green
on
flag, green flag.
Green flag flies. Immediately down to the low side goes Michael Bianchini, but up front it's Hunter Johnson. iSCAR veteran going to lead it through 1 and 2 as Karchafari trying to take note, pull himself forward. Ryan Kane losing a lot of ground here as Ezekiel Watts tags the outside barrier. Just a slight bit. Here comes Jafari down to the inside all the way to the apron. Looking to get a bit of a runoff. He's all over this number 32 of Hunter Johnson, who's shoving it in deep. Jafari looking to get a runoff. To do so for the time being. Garen Vanderlee, Ezekiel Watts, they're side by side. See this 03 of Corey Rexford under James Kaufman. Kaufman doing the best he can as the top 3 pulled themselves away. But right now it's all being led by that number 32 of Hunter Johnson. You see the difference through the corners that they take. As Jafari finds the outside wall just a slight bit. Side by side right behind. And Rexford gonna take 4th spot away from James Kaufman. Yeah, Ryan Kame also in there, so like everybody in their pairs of 3s, besides Garen Vanderlee, who's all by himself right now, but is being led by Hunter Johnson in the 32. Tough way by a fair margin so far, but if a caution does come out, that's of course gonna change the game just a slight bit. Look how low Michael Bianchini is. Goodness gracious. What kind of line is that? You see all those tire marks that are just being left by Jafari, who's trying to run as low as he can. I mean, those tires are just scraping off. And I'm sure that right front, that whole entire right side actually is just taking damage. Gonna have to do whatever he can as Ryan Kame works himself around. This is for the 5th position James Kaufman, one of those playoff drivers, trying to maintain ground. Does so for the time being, so James Kaufman doing a great job in his inaugural chase run. Hunter Johnson actually shifting through the corners. We'll get it on board on him as he works himself through. Watch the gearing on the... Pulls himself down to third. Right through the corners. Good run off and... Pull himself into fourth. Trafari is there. And I'm not sure if Trafari probably doing the same thing. No, he's not. So Hunter Johnson burning a little bit more fuel on that machine, just downshifting to third gear to get it through the center of the corner. Hence, he's maintained the top spot for the time being, but that number 9 of Car Trafari is there. Eduardo Munoz Jr. a little bit loose. He's all by himself at the moment, but way out ahead of way ahead of Corey Rexford in the 03. James Kaufman, Ryan Kame, and Michael Bianchini. Bianchini, again, that wild line into the corner. Very questionable. We're to get a caution. I'm sure Hunter Johnson is going to be questioning his fuel numbers, burning a lot of more fuel with downshifting into third gear, as Trafari finds the outside wall just a slight bit. But if Hunter Johnson burning a little bit more fuel than Car Trafari, just kind of casually running down low, it'll be very interesting to see if man, Hunter's sliding that car. That car is not looking good as Trafari down low. Really get a bite for the time being. 16 out of 45. Hunter's car just kind of hopping through the corner as he's trying to get himself around. Boy, he could hook it off of exit. That's what he needs to see is now he's on the rear end of that number 32. So the top two really fighting it out for the time being as Hunter a little bit deeper right through the corner, but boy, he's loose. And here comes Trafari. He gets to, with all that, not really shifting around, he is, Trafari is getting better and smoother exits off. Hunter may get a run off, but it's not as smooth as Trafari, and Trafari now looks down low. Maintaining it for the time being. And here comes Trafari down low. First time Hunter Johnson is going to have to maybe give way, but boy, that 9 is just hooking up the bottom. Michael Bianchini, look out, that car. Oh, that might be damaged big time. Michael Bianchini, a lot of damage on his machine. Not really sure what happened there, but that right front might have gave way, finally. Turning it in too much, and Michael Bianchini with a lot of right side damage as Trafari and Hunter Johnson just about both slapped the outside barrier. Trafari moves Hunter up the hill. These are two guys who are doing all they can to fight it out up front, and here we go, battle for the lead. They've really pulled themselves away from that 88, Eduardo Munoz Jr. So one lap down for for the moment for Michael Bianchini as Hunter Johnson really sliding the car up off the corner. That high side still holding strong. Very New Hampshire-like as they work themselves on in, but boy, man, they are really drilling up those tires as Trafari, the faster car, definitely. I think he could have saved way more tire, maintaining it for the time being, but Hunter holding ground. It's a hard to pass track, so Trafari racing him in fair and clean as Hunter, that time he got loose off the corner, and here comes Trafari. Right to the apron. Trying to get a bite on through. Looks like cannot. So Hunter is still holding ground. I'm kind of surprised that Hunter's been able to hold off Trafari for the time being. Trafari now running the second lane. Some great battling through these guys. Both of them just sliding it off the corner and doing whatever they can. Look how high Hunter runs. Right up off the corner. Trafari cannot get a bite under. Maintains it for the time being. So Hunter Johnson getting a lot of what's worth at number 9. Keep in mind, I mean, Eduardo Munoz Jr. in that number 88, he could... Oh, that time Hunter hits the wall. Oh, contact gets made as Hunter tries to grab it off the wall. And now Trafari sends it down low. Oh, and that time, Trafari will definitely take the lead. And that small mistake off turn number 4 is going to cost him. And Hunter going to ride it back down the low. And he got a bite. Looks like probably not going to, so Trafari with a better line through, and Hunter, they're shifting those gears around. Unfortunately, it costed him, so coming up on lap traffic, this 82 Ezekiel Watts. That's bad news for Michael Bianchini, as Hunter Johnson gonna hit pit road. So has this opened up pit road? Who knows, because we do maybe have to pit at least one time around here. Maybe an open opportunity for Michael Bianchini. Not really sure, but right side's up on Hunter's machine. Is it going to be a 2-tire call or a 4-tire call? 2-tire call for Hunter Johnson. And Connor Trafari is now out. So pit road open this time by. Interesting call being made by Hunter Johnson. Fuel, I mean, 2-tire call by him. Now does Trafari want to counter that with as well with 2 tires? So, oh, now we got really exciting here as Trafari going to jack up the right sides. How much time is it going to lose? 2-tire call only by Trafari as well. So the calls evened out. And now here comes Trafari, here comes Hunter. Right up on each other. Hunter is going to have to do whatever he can. Cannot pass Trafari. So Hunter has to settle down for the time being. 18 laps to go this time by. But now, since pit road has come and went very, very fast, actually. We now got interesting strategies being played around. So, Trafari, looks like Eduardo Munoz just fuel only on him, but boy, he didn't even gain some ground off of that. Eduardo, there he is. Hunter Johnson, Trafari, still fairly close with each other. Garen Vanderlee. 14-second pit stop on him. He's anywhere but close. But now, we've had drivers who did hit pit road under that last caution. And one of those drivers who tried to play a fuel gamble just last week, that number 77, the 077 of Harrison Chandler. And you hear it right there. The fuel is being conserved. But man, he is under fire. He doesn't have a good enough gap between himself and Car Trafari. He's going to have to hold it out for 17 laps and save fuel. But he's trying his best right now. That number 77 of Harrison Chandler. But Rexford, he too. I think he's going to have to hit pit road, but Harrison Chandler, the only person to really maintain ground That caution definitely helped, though. So, what kind of situation is going to play out? I'm not really sure, but Harrison Chandler, in terms of fuel, is in the best scenario right now. So, unfortunately, he is being harassed in by that number 9 of Trafari. So he works himself around, and now the next car in front is going to be Harrison Chandler. So. Rexford, he holds a 11-second lead over that number 9 of Trafari. What can Rexford and James Kaufman do? So, if Rexford runs out, he could be in position. Ryan Kame, he's up in there. He has a fair gap between everybody else, so. Bianchini doing whatever he can, but all eyes are on Rexford if he could stretch the fuel. And how much fuel did he save? I'm not really sure, but 14 laps to go. Rexford, he could do a lot. But does he have to hit pit road? Or maybe gamble for a caution? We're going to find out. I'd say in the next 10 laps. There's no, I don't think in no way, that number 9 of, that number 03 of Rexford can make it to the end, but we're ETA as James Kaufman's going to pull the trigger. He is going to hit pit road, so Kaufman in. Ryan Kame. At number 42, he's saving fuel as well. He has a big, he has a 4-second gap to himself and, Contrafari, but James Kaufman, long pit stop on him. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna be good signs for him. Only 2 people really play it right in terms of fuel strategy. Might have just been Hunter Johnson and Contrafari, who are on an island of their own. They were the 2 fastest guys through that whole entire mix, as Eduardo Munoz Jr. I'm not really sure what his pit stop was. Looks like 5.37. Looks like fuel only for him, but he might have gotten a speeding penalty off of that because he spent a fair amount of time on pit road. But all eyes on Rexford for the time being. You see Trafari trying to, he's definitely running that gap down. James Kaufman going to come up on Rexford here in just a slight moment, but I think Rexford most likely going to have to hit pit road within these next 10 laps, and he's running low, so trying to maintain that ground. Not sure how much he is going to, play out, but Rexford 100% doing whatever he can to secure that top spot and lead as many laps as he can. Extra bonus point to his name as well. Harrison Chandler and Eduardo Munoz, he is just way, way far back. So the only 2 guys who yet to hit pit road. Ryan Kame's one of them. Trafari has worked himself into 2nd spot, so 8 laps for Trafari to catch Corey Rexford. I think he'll watch whatever he can salvage out. .2 is the gap. 7 laps to go, and Trafari is there. And now the gap is really starting to wind itself down. Jafari just about has this on lock in the background. Corey Rexford trying to hold off Jafari at bay. Not going to work out for him as Ezekiel Watts. Right off, Eduardo Munoz Jr. did get a penalty on that one pit cycle that we did. So Rexford is going to gun for pit road. That'll maybe gain Eduardo a spot or two. And Jafari takes the top spot. 5 laps to go. Looks like the fuel did not last. The only person who could have made something happen off of that fuel exchange would have been that 007, I mean, that 077 of Harrison Chandler, but it looks like it just didn't happen, so 5 laps to go this time by.
All right, man. Caution is
Oh
out. Caution is
boy!
out.
What? Darren Vanderlee has whipped it around. Boy, that car just lost it. That's the second incident he's been involved in. This is going to pull ourselves into a green-white checkered. What? Hunter gonna hit pit road. Who's gonna stay out though? Somebody has to stay out. No, it looks like nobody. Rexford decided he's gonna stay out. What? I mean, he's gonna come in. I cannot believe Rexford. That is an insane decision. And here it comes. James Kaufman's gonna stay out. I cannot believe Rexford hit pit road. He hit pit road the latest. 2 tires, 4 tires. Pretty sure gonna be 4 tire call. Oh, Chandler 2 tire call. What? Okay, interesting call to be made. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. James Kaufman getting his tie to stay himself out. I cannot believe Rexford didn't hit pit road, man. I'm so bewildered by that choice. You know, didn't hit. Only like 3 laps. Wave around gonna be the Michael Bianchini. I mean, free pass being to Michael Bianchini. Vanderlee, I'm pretty sure Ezekiel Watts. He was only lapped once, so he should get a wave around. And so does Garen, so both of those drivers actually being saved by that yellow is gonna bring them onto the lead lap. And now we have an interesting set in which James Kaufman decided to stay himself out. But we got Harrison Chandler on 2 tires, so who will navigate through the field the fastest? We're about to find out as Garen and Bianchini working themselves around. Okay, man. First ever time James Kaufman has maintained, has grabbed the lead. Can he maintain it, though? But boy, he's gonna have a swarm of angry people right behind as...
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Boy, he did not get going. They're gonna get taken 3 wide because of that.
Look out! Oh, and around goes
All right, man,
Eduardo.
caution is out. Caution is out.
Into the outside wall they go. Yeah, that I kind of expected that, but we're kind of 3 wide into the corner and contact was being made. Oh man, Ryan came and kind of 3 incidents kind of happening there at once as Eduardo came down on Brian came. That was the initial trigger to the caution. But all these guys, I mean, they did a great job at saving it as Harrison Chandler was getting slammed in. Luckily saved it, but his gamble does not play off. However, the person in first place, Harrison Chandler, his gamble definitely played off. And looks like Ezekiel Watts actually was 1 lap down. Lucky dog to him. He's going to be on the lead lap, so going to be able to grab some positions off of that. Eduardo Munoz Jr. on pit road. I don't think he's going to be able to, you know, simple... Oh, no, he is going to be able to take tires. So, some of these guys do still have a set on them, surprisingly. Harrison Chandler on 2 tires. He could definitely make this work. Gonna have to play some restart games, though, for sure. What kind of ground is he wanting to... When does he want to hit that throttle? And boy, that number 32, Hunter Johnson, gonna be a hungry man to grab it away from that 9 of Trafari, who does have a bit of rear end damage. Not sure if that's gonna affect a bit of the aero, but here we go. Chandler did not hit the go button.
Green, green, green.
This time by he goes. Oh, that definitely caught him off guard. And Hunter Johnson gonna find himself under that number 9. Ultra Fari, around it goes! No!
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Man, I'm not really trying to call that. I mean, they're just fighting it out. Hunter, just right rears. Trafari. But both of those drivers, I mean, they're doing whatever they can. And you could say Trafari came down. But Hunter definitely went up too. Genie deciding to stay himself out. Harrison Chandler's gonna play some mind games. That time he went pretty early, so Hunter Johnson, he just can't be caught lacking. But he has a good, he has a good spot. Green red checkered, final green red checkered of the day.
Green, green, green.
Harrison way up the racetrack. And we get off to a clean start, but Hunter Johnson is there. Oh, Bianchini sideways. He's going to find the inside wall. They're going to wreck. And Harrison Chandler is going to survive and play his cards right. Chandler, yes, finally, victory lane. This was a long time coming for that 07. 077 Harrison Chandler. He decided to stay himself out. His cards played out right. The gamble played off. Harrison Chandler, victory lane. And that is a beautiful, a very, very beautiful sight. I'm not going to lie. Because this man and that team, what a call. Because he very, very much deserved that one. And across the start-finish line he goes. All three green and white checkers get used up, but Harrison Chandler across the yard first. He's going to be burning it down big time. That is so, so awesome to see. It's been a fair time. He's been, ever since, he's grazed the checkered flag. He's run multiple times in this league. One of the veteran drivers, I think, who is yet to pull himself in victory lane. But boy, this one's gotta feel sweet. Full results here right in front of your screen. Been a long time coming for this 077 of Harrison Chandler. 46 starts to his name. This one's got to be feeling sweet, though, as he wins here tonight. That 077 comes across the start-finish line first. Hunter Johnson, Eduardo Munoz Jr., Rexford Kaufman. Boy, those playoff drivers finishing out very well. And Trafari, unfortunately, after that contact with Hunter Johnson, results in a 6th place spot. Vanderlee, Kame, Watts, and Bianchini round out the top 10. So, we'll go ahead and slide into the booth here in a moment. That 077 Harrison Chandler, a well-deserved victory for him and that machine. As go ahead and pull him in and see what he has to say after tonight. We'll drag him into the booth, and then that Harrison Chandler machine, 077. Congratulations, Harrison. My goodness, it was strategy for you, and it paid off in the end as you stayed yourself out. I mean, actually, I think you came out in just 2 tires to play up track position. The 3 green-white checkers lasted, all for you in that 077. Congratulations, man. You're an iSCAR winner.
Let's freaking go! Yeah! Yes! Oh my god. I don't know what to say. I've been in this league for 6 years, and oh my god. It was 2 tires are the way to go with this. I thought when that yellow came out, I thought it's always, I could have ended up with a 3rd or a 4th. I was perfectly content with it. But then I was quite surprised no one else took 2. This, track position is very, very important, especially with cars like this that are so tight. Yes, man! Oh my god, it's just, God, I can't believe it. I cannot freaking believe it. I've dedicated so many races to this league, and I've came close a few times. August 3rd, 2019 was probably the most gut-wrenching one when it was on fuel strategy. It was on fuel strategy, and I led the most laps in the race. It came to overtime also, and I stayed out because I panicked and I stayed out and I ran out of fuel on the front stretch. Oh, and the complete dude, I loathe this track. I cannot believe this. I cannot stand this track in the slightest. It is so tight. You practically can't run here at all because it's so tight. The bottom lane is like completely useless. And if you're on the inside of somebody, it's almost impossible to pass. I thought I almost didn't run this race too. I felt really messed up all day. I thought about it and I was like, maybe I shouldn't. And I said, why not? God, dude, I can't believe this. I cannot believe it. Thank you to everybody who supported me, past, present, and future. All my beloved doggies that have unfortunately passed away, Lovey, Tank, Juice, etc., and all those great pets. God, dude, I would have thought, like, I remember looking at, like, I've gone through 4 years of mental hell, just absolute. I don't want to get into specifics because I don't want to plague someone else with those thoughts, but
Right.
it's I remember looking at the date. It was December 4th, 2021, and I thought to myself in my head, this is the day I die. If I somehow get through today, I'm not lasting another 2 weeks. And it's been 4 years past since then, and I'm making strides, It has gotten the positives have continued, and my God, dude, I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. Oh my God, dude, this is insane. High functioning autism, Tourette's, obsessive compulsion disorder. Um, you know, a lot of neurological handy capabilities that have not, you know, I don't know. It's it's I am who I am, to say the least. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This is amazing. I was so tense the whole time. I thought, I was saying to myself, the last restart. Hey, no matter what happens, if I get wrecked, if I finish second, whatever, I was up here for this race, and I will take it. I will take it. Oh my God, dude.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh-huh.
sir. I mean,
Yes!
it feels a very. I mean, Harrison, as you said, it's 6 years in this league. Many, many starts for you. About time. It was a long, long time coming for that 077, man. I was honestly, as soon as the caution came out, I couldn't believe it. Like, it happened. It finally happened. And your best finish at Thompson Motor Speedway. You're gonna best that here today. First place for your first ever win, man. Congratulations.
I appreciate it so much. I thank you for this league. I know there's been ups and downs, especially I don't know, around the 2022, 2023 era. I'd want to say around there, the stuff was getting rough, but I prefer. This is fun, man. It's quality over quantity. It's just it really. I mean, it was a real blast because it was relatively very cool. It was really clean. It was really fun. I was stressed out of my mind those last during the entire overtime, but in the end, it all came out good, and
Right.
that's all. And I'm thankful for that.
Ryan, man, congratulations on your first ever iSCAR win here tonight. We'll go ahead and see you coming to the next race, man. Harrison Chandler, P1. That was huge for him. That's, like, honestly super huge. We'll drag in second spot of Hunter Johnson across the start finish line, P2 here tonight. Led 22 laps. Boy, you had a great battle there with the number 9 of Trafari, but man, just came up short. All 3 green white checkers had to be used there.
Yeah, I feel bad for Connor. I didn't mean to do that, so I apologize to him. But yeah, I just didn't have enough time on that last restart. Harrison got a pretty good 1 and 2, and a caution came out on the backstretch. I think at the wall as well. But yeah, I mean, that second green white checkered, I just kind of hit that bump going into 1. Like, I think honestly, I don't feel like it should have turned him, but I feel like the way iRacing's kind of RNG contact netcode, whatever you want to call it, is, it's like just sent him right around, and I feel like that was kind of just an iRacing thing, but I'll still take blame for it. It kind of sucks that happened because we had a great battle for the first 20 laps there, obviously before we pitted, but I just couldn't really get the car like slowed down in the corners the way I wanted to. I was having a bit of trouble with my brakes. Don't know if the brakes, like the sensor's going bad or something, but couldn't get it slowed down the way I wanted to. So I was trying to experiment by shifting and trying all sorts of different lines. It didn't seem to work. Connor was, pretty fast. Just kept pulling away from me. So, yeah, I mean, he definitely deserved to win that race. So I feel bad for him. So, it was, I guess I don't know if the, if the chase started already or the playoffs, whatever it is, but, second place points, I guess, is good. So, yeah.
Yeah, Hunter. It was speaking of shifting and stuff like that. You were the only person I think who was really shifting down. Did that start to wear down your tires with higher RPM right up off, and that sense Connor just caught you in that later half of the run, or what could you done different to maintain that lead?
I think at some point after I pitted for tires, I stopped shifting and I felt like I was starting to get better braking on entry, and I felt like I was kind of starting to hold serve with Connor right before that yellow came out. So I don't know. I think I figured it out. I figured it out too late. Um, but obviously that yellow was kind of a saving grace before everything with Connor happened. But yeah, so I don't know. I wish I had a little bit more. I wish I was a little bit closer. Maybe could have. I don't really have a way to tell other than just the relative, like whether I'm tracking him down or not. But at that point, I think he was so far ahead, he might have just been saving his stuff. So I don't really know if I actually fixed the line or whatever kind of issue I was having with my uh my looseness. I think after cause we took 2 tires on that green flag stop, I was really loose after that. Like I think the imbalance between the left sides and the right sides, the left sides being a bit worn. They weren't that worn, but because of the imbalance, it was just making me loose when I was trying to, kind of push it there. But I don't think I really got too loose like before the green flag stops with the shifting I was doing. Like I was definitely having to drive it a little bit harder, but I don't know if it was actually making me loose. I just think that I was getting a lot of pressure from Connor, and because of that, like I was kind of letting it hang out a bit, and that definitely burns the right rear, but it didn't really seem like it was having too much of an effect. I was just slower, so yeah. I mean, I hate to have that happen. I think with as small of a field that we had, I'd like to be a little bit more in control. But obviously Connor's a really good driver, so have to give him credit there. But I mean, yeah. So hope hope he can obviously he's in the points for this series, and just hope he can make it through to the next round um without having any other issues. But yeah.
All right, about a 10-4. Hunter Johnson rounds himself out as second after leading 22 laps. But before I let you go, any sponsor want to take care for tonight?
No, I just gotta thank Supercell Racing for being my team.
All right, about a 10-4. Hunter Johnson P2. We'll go ahead and see you come next race, man.
All right, thank you.
That'll be it here for tonight. Congratulations on our winner, that number 77, Harrison Chandler. A long time coming for him, and great to see him in victory lane here tonight. Sponsored by Autism Awareness. I do feel that a lot. I mean, it's hard to explain what autism does to you, honestly, but I'm not going to go into details because this is all about that man in that 077 of Harrison Chandler. Until next time, my name is Ezekiel Reyes. We'll see you next time.